I know that this is what the world is clamoring for. I know that because I feel that personally in myself. I'm a different person because I'm working with We Are Resilient. I'm learning the skills at a deeper level myself. I know that for my friends, family, and colleagues because I can see the effect on them as they learn the skills and are using the skills more. I can feel that better in how we connect together and how we collaborate.
I was a young mom, so we've grown a lot together, and reframing is huge, especially for me. I think it really helps to take a step back and try and structure my thought process in a different way so that I can respond to them better with more patience. And I think that it can apply to them as well. A lot of the time when they're having conflict, I'm able to step in and say, okay, well, why did your brother say that to you? And they'll be like, oh, well, you know, maybe I did come in and I did say this to them first. I think the reframing is huge for us, and it allows everyone to kind of approach situations in a better way.
Modeling resilience is the #1 most important thing a parent can do in their household. It's also important to model when you're not resilient and not shy away from it. So if I mess up, I look at my children and I say, I messed up. This is what I did. I reflect with them verbally. I explain what I could have done differently and my feelings around that. So it's really normalizing what it is to be a human. There are a lot of moments in which I need to be resilient for my family. We are very, very busy. So just trying to get 4 humans to leave the house in a way that we're using kind words with one another, it can be really difficult. I have a 14-year-old son, and he really wants everyone to get along, and there's a lot of times where you can't control what's going on with other people. And so I really try to work on his own centering skills, like for him to take a breath, for him to reflect, to step back, really acknowledging what you can control and what you can't control, and accepting what is and doing what you can to better when you have a moment.
I happen to be in the field of education, so I know a lot of things in theory, but ultimately it's hard to do in real time to be the one that's not escalating a situation. So if I can find that moment where I'm going up the escalator, I'm triggered, I'm getting activated, I'm moving into this point where sometimes it happens, I am yelling in a way I don't want to be, but the back part of my brain is telling me this is not what we want to be doing, yet it's still happening. So finding that and noticing that in myself, taking a breath will actually bring those cortisol levels down, and then I'm able to make a more informed decision. And sometimes I have to repair that relationship after I've not modeled what I hope to. And I tell myself at least I'm modeling the ability to apologize and take ownership for what is mine, and that we're not all perfect. But we can always make a repair and reconnect even after we've done something we're not proud of.
Probably the best one that I've learned just recently is how to get that pause before I react. In my relationship, that's really helped, because when one person gets defensive and the other person gets defensive, and it kind of escalates and gets bigger. When I take a breath, center myself, go calm inside, it really helps.
I had to use one recently. It's one of my favorites, the letting in and letting go. My husband's father just passed away, and trying to give him the space to process his own feelings, it was honestly really difficult. I tried to control so much in order to make it as painless as possible for him, and you can't control a whole lot in those situations.
Right now, my particular struggle is my mother has Alzheimer's. We might have the same conversation 8 times in 3 minutes, and so I have to take a deep breath sometimes and just keep repeating the things I was going to say. I have to remember who she is and what she's struggling with. I have to be kind.
What I find that I need to do pretty much every day now is notice how I'm throwing myself off. And I throw myself off from things that are activated by my adverse childhood experiences, and they'll trigger shame or doubt. If I sit with it, all of a sudden one of the resilience skills that we've mapped in this model of from survival to centering, connecting, and collaborating, one of those skills will just pop into my mind, and I'll go, oh, I need to let go. Oh, I need to give myself some love, self-empathy, self-compassion, all of that. It's all about reframing from a glass half empty to a glass half full, or flowing from the brim